I've had my tofu sitting in this contraption. I put some weight on the top and put a paper towel around it to drain out some of the moisture. Look how much. Oh, that was splashy. Today we are working with tofu. Some people absolutely love it and say it's the best health food in the world. Other people really don't like it and say it causes breast cancer. What is the facts? What are we cooking today? Let's get into it. Hi everybody, my name is Alex. I am the Hungry Health Coach, and today we are making a delicious tofu scramble from the Eamon and Bec cookbook. If you don't know them or about their cookbook, check the links below because I've made a couple recipes out of it and they've all been really delish. So today I'm gonna show you their vegan tofu scramble. The first time I made this, I was super unsure if it would turn out to be anything that was even edible. I'm a pretty tofu novice, so this was my first foray into it, and it was so good last time that I needed to make it for you guys this time. It's also super easy, so let's get into it. You will need 1 small red onion chopped, 1 small red bell pepper chopped, 2 cups of kale chopped, this is lacto-ovo, 1 block of tofu with the water drained out of it, and then a bunch of spices we'll get into. Grab a pot, grab a pan and get it hot. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. They probably give directions, but I just put some. And then add your red onions. This pan's not hot enough yet, as you can hear. If it was hot enough, you'd hear the sizzle of the onions. You want the onion to become translucent, so give it a couple of minutes. While that's cooking, let's get our spice mix ready. 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon cumin. I love the smell of cumin, it's so good. You would be adding a half a teaspoon of turmeric, which I don't own, which is kind of bad because turmeric is so good and healthy for you. Same goes for the 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We're also gonna add salt and pepper kind of as we go just into the pan. All right, these are looking really nice. Can't you tell? So we're gonna add the red pepper, soy and tofu and breast cancer. Obviously you wanna get a high quality product. I'm using organic, which I love. Soybeans, they're so mass produced that you really wanna get something organic to avoid all of the chemicals. But in terms of the isoflavones that are estrogen mimicking compounds that tofu has or that soy has, that's why people thought that it increased your risk of breast cancer, because it's like an estrogen and too much estrogen can cause breast cancer. But up to 2 servings a day of soy has 0 impact on your risk of breast cancer. You would have to eat so much soy to get any kind of negative effect from it. And actually having a small amount of soy every day is proven to help people fight breast cancer and help breast cancer survivors live longer lives. So I'm warming up to soy, and I think you should too. If you're actually super worried about these estrogen mimicking compounds, beer has a ton of them. That's why men who drink a ton of beer end up with man boobs. So if you're trying to avoid estrogen mimicking hormones, stop drinking beer and switch to tofu scramble. Papa, can you hear me? Okay. Oh, it's so hot. I thought it was gonna be a good idea. I shouldn't play with this because it's made of glass and I have a habit of dropping things. Okay guys, so this Eamon and Bec cookbook is actually really good. I've made 2 other recipes out of it. That's 3, 2, 3, 2. You know what I mean. The first one was a mushroom stroganoff, which was delish. And the other one is their cashew cream, which I'm actually gonna be making another recipe with after this. It's a delicious bean and escarole pasta with cashew cream dressing. It's creamy, it's delicious. You would never have any idea that there was no cheese in it. So good. So make sure you check that video out too. I wear my pajamas because it's a breakfast recipe. Okay, looks good to me. I'm gonna add our spice mix. Okay, so mix this around really well. Now when we add the kale, it's gonna add a little bit more moisture and water to this dish, which is also gonna help kind of melt the spices into it. So this is our rough estimate of 2 cups of kale, chopped and washed. So now we're gonna give this a mix around and then put it back on the heat for another like 2 minutes just to kind of wilt the kale a little bit. And they suggest covering it, which mine only half fits, so like that. Perfect. You don't have to have a super fancy kitchen to make good food. That's all I'm proving, because my kitchen's ghetto. Okay, so the very last thing that we're gonna need for this is a little bit of coconut milk. 3 tablespoons. You can use any non-dairy milk. I just really like coconut. So when you're using coconut, make sure you mix it up real good because sometimes it separates inside of the can. The other thing you want to look for when buying coconut milk is please read the ingredient list. Some of them have so many additives that it's barely even coconut milk anymore. This one's ingredients, it's organic from Brad. Brad's great. I got his beans too. I love Brad's beans. Everyone has this much energy in the morning, right? Alright kids, let's get this party started. That's probably really bad for my cutting board. So this is like a nice saute. There's so much flavor and like delicious smell coming off of this. Let's crumble in our tofu, which is super easy to do. You just kind of work your fingers through it. The edges are a little bit trickier, but just kind of get in there. It's messy too. I like when food is messy because then you get to feel like you're a little kid again and you're like, smash, smash. The other great thing about this recipe, I realize this is a ton of tofu, and if it's just you or you and your partner, you're not going to be able to eat all of this at once. It actually stores in the fridge really well for a couple of days, so you can enjoy it for breakfast, you know, for many days to come. Now we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt and some pepper. Oh, I just refilled this and it's tricky. Then we've got our 3 tablespoons of coconut. 1, 2, 3. All the chunky bits will just melt when you put this on the heat. Alright, back onto the stove for 4 to 6 minutes or until the tofu is slightly browned. It's already kind of browned from the seasoning, but keep an eye on it. Okay guys, we're all set. We have this delicious tofu scramble. Super quick, super easy, super healthy. And let's see if it's super delicious. You could eat it on its own, you can have it with toast, you can have it with like potatoes and salsa. It's really good. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. It actually kind of has the texture of scrambled eggs, but it's not like, oh man, that's tofu, yuck. It really tastes and has the texture of scrambled eggs. If you guys want to try this recipe, you're gonna have to buy the cookbook or kind of just go off of what I said. But let's get to our comment of the week. The song is weak, but no it's not, because we're commenting on the week song. Week song, comment of the week song. Okay guys, this week's comment of the week comes from Jess Draper. She commented on my Facebook page on a recent photo from our van life adventures. We took a van trip to Canada in our almost finished 50% done converted Sprinter. Jess goes, van life is the best life. You're gonna have the time of your life. I agree, and I can't wait. If you want to see how our van build progress is going, be sure to check out my other videos or F-Bomb Vlogs videos. Until next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tofu scramble recipe, and I will see you soon in this next video that's right here that you could be clicking on right now and watching. It's so good. See you guys there. Bye.